To all my hip hop producers out there, there's a lot of you guys out there. You're in this music genre of hip hop. You like making hip hop beats. It's probably your main love for making beats, hip hop beats, you know. And that's what gets you excited and pumped up. And you're a fan of hip hop. And a lot of you producers out there, you're not tough guys. I mean, you're not gangsters. You're not thugs. You just have a love for music. You just have a love for making hot beats. And you're a fan of hip hop. The only problem is that your customer base are rappers. Most of your customer base is rappers. I would think. And the problem with rappers is a lot of them, a lot of them, they want to be thugs. They want to. They all got this. They all have their macho. They all got this thing called machoism. They're young, between anywhere between 14 to 35. Um, and a lot of the mentality of these rappers is thugism. A lot, most of them, because that's what thugism is, their religion. Because that's what sells in the rap game. That's how you go mainstream. You got to be a thug. So a lot of your customer base are wannabe thugs. I ain't gonna call them. I'm just gonna call them wannabe thugs. They wanna be that thug, you know. And I just want to know how you deal with that, because these guys can be knuckleheads, man. A lot of them can be criminals. A lot of them trying to prove something. A lot of them got a chip on their shoulder. A lot of them can get violent real quick, easy. A lot of them got something to prove. Young guys, man. They all want to be the baddest, biggest, and the toughest. And now the thing is to have a bunch of goons with you, and everybody got guns, and everybody rapping about how hard they are. How do you deal with that as a producer? A guy that's not a gangster, a guy that's just got love for music, for making hip hop beats. How do you deal with that? Because you really have a bad customer base. Your customer base is bad, you know. Um, I've heard stories of studios getting robbed by, you know, studios getting robbed. I mean, you buy equipment and you work hard, you buy equipment, and there's nothing worse than, you trying to do something, you trying to do something with your life, and nothing worse than you get robbed. Somebody stealing your equipment, music equipment. Could be the guy rapping, could be one of the rappers homeboys or something. Or could be the rapper himself that's robbing you. I mean, robbing you at gunpoint, robbing you when you're not there. It's not good to. It's not wise to. If you guys have a studio, it's not wise to have one in your home and let people come in your home and record. That's not wise. Not wise at all. I wouldn't recommend that. A lot of you guys are home producers, and you have, your studio set up in your closet, in your room, and you got all these people that's knocking on your door want to record. Not wise. Not in these times. Not where I live in Atlanta. It's not wise to. It's just not wise to have these people in your home. I guess a lot of it depends on where you live, also. But just inviting these wannabe thugs into your crib so they can rap, definitely not the right thing to do. Definitely not. I wouldn't recommend that at all. That's how people get robbed, basically. Just like that. Um, and a lot of these rappers are knuckleheads, just like I said. So your customer base is a very difficult customer base to deal with. You got to deal with these. And we hear the stories. We're hearing these rap beefs. We're hearing like every other rapper going to jail these days. The big names, and they all involved in they all get involved in fights and just that machoism shit. To be honest, I don't think it's a good business for a producer for a mature producer. Well, I'll take that back. You got to know how to handle it. You got to know how to. If you're just a guy that loves music, loves to make hip hop beats, is there just certain way to move? Um, you gotta be very picky. I mean, if you just want to stay out of the negativity, you gotta be very picky on who you associate with. Be very picky on who you associate with. Um, Also, um, you know, if you got a studio in your home, be very picky of who you let in your home, and it's make a lot of make your sales. It's also great to make your sales online, so you don't have to deal with a lot of people. A lot of you don't know who you're running into. So making your sales online is pretty is pretty is a pretty good way to stay out of the negativity. You know, selling your beats online. I think that's a great tool to use. Uh, and just being careful about who you surround yourself with. Being careful about who you decide to do business with. Just being, and if you got hot beats, you're gonna have all type of personalities that wants to get your uh buy your beat and use your beat. And that's cool. But when it comes to actually associating and meeting these people in a physical presence, you have to be very wise on who you uh, let be around you, and who you want around you, and who you choose to go around. Like I said, man, this just hip hop industry in itself is like the dope game these days. Just like the dope game, it is probably no different than the dope game. I mean, it's cutthroat, it's dangerous, people getting killed and shot all the time in hip hop. So, you being a producer, a guy that's, you know, middle class dude, that good guy, you're you're pretty much in. You could be in over your head. Like I said, it just depends on who you associate yourself with and how you do business. You got to be very careful, cause this is a business full of gangsters these days. I mean, hip hop is like a mafia business. It's like a drug. It's like a gang business. Like street. It's street business. So, if you just handle your business strictly online, I can understand that. That's probably the best way to go for a lot of y'all. A lot of producers, it's probably just the best way for them to just sell their beats strictly online, no physical contact with with your customers or anything, and you probably be all right for the most part. You know, Getting a major deal, um, if you get a major deal, just follow Kanye. Follow, look for examples of people that stayed out of trouble. Kanye West was a producer. He stayed out of trouble. So look for people like that to kind of like mimic. Kanye was on Rockefeller. Um, Jay-Z, the main artist. Even though Rockefeller artists got into trouble, like Beanie Siegel and who knows who else, but just staying out of trouble, just being smart, and you should be all right being a producer. I just want to know, how it is because you know, uh, I used to make beats, and I just lost the passion for it, lost the love for it, and I'm thinking about getting back into it, but I'm like, every time I look on the news or read about some rapper, going to jail or getting shot up or getting his bus shot up or just doing dumb shit, I'm like, damn, the game, is it worth getting into? I mean, goddamn, I don't want to be around no negativity, man. Period. I don't want that customer. I don't want that. I don't want my customers to be on that dumb shit. I really don't. I don't want to be around that. Period, man. It's stupid. And I'm, my whole philosophy is totally against shit like that. Totally. I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling this new generation. I'm not feeling this. I, you know, this thugism in hip hop. I'm not feeling it. You know, especially if I'm gonna be a part of it. It's not worth putting your life in danger, man. You got some of these producers done caught cases, putting themselves in situations, surrounding themselves with certain type of rappers. Shawty Red comes to mind. He put himself in a situation with a young G, with gangsters and shit, making beats with gangsters and thugs, and got himself caught up in a situation where he shot somebody. I think it was self-defense, but he ended up killing somebody. He was associated with because that's why you have to be careful who you associate yourself with in that industry because you're surrounded by a bunch of thugs, wannabe thugs and gangsters. But I just want to hear from producers out there, and I just want to know how they handle. I mean, how they handle, being surrounded by these negative people who really are unconscious of what a lot of them are just ignorant and unconscious of what they do a lot of times and just need to grow up, need guidance, never had a real father in their life, a real role model, never had a real man in their life to show them, to go the right way. I just want to hear from producers that are surrounded by people like this, how they handle it, you know, because producers, beat makers, man, we just want to make great music and get paid. All that other shit, y'all can keep that shit. We don't want to be involved in that shit. We just want to make the music, make good music, and get paid. We ain't trying to live no thug life, none of that other dumb shit. But yeah, I just want to hear from producers who been in situations. I'm pretty sure a lot of hip hop producers didn't are in situations they didn't sign up for. They didn't sign up for this shit. They just wanted to make a good beat. They didn't sign up for all this thug and gangster shit that they got to deal with. All right, peace.